Hey, this is Rachel Mazza, and today I want to talk about how to choose the best topic for your story, the topic that's really going to resonate with your target audience. And if you've ever written stories or come up with different ideas to test in a marketing campaign, then you already know that coming up with great ideas can be really difficult. And copywriters know that the best stories, the best big ideas as we call them, are usually driven by a single emotionally driven theme or idea. And so we call this the big idea. But finding that idea can be really difficult, especially if you're trying to pull it out of thin air. But don't worry, if you feel like you don't have a creative bone in your body or you feel like it's difficult to come up with ideas, you can still tell really great stories because the best ideas come from real life. So the best way to find the topic that's really going to resonate with your audience is to go talk to your audience. And so find out where your target audience hangs out online, whether it's a Facebook group or a forum, or if you want to get really adventurous, if you dare, you can go to Reddit, but there's a lot of trolls there, just be aware. Or if you really want to take it to the next level, go talk to your audience in real life. Go sit on a bench in a park where they would hang out, or a cafe, ask questions, listen to people's stories. You're going to hear some common phrases and questions come up again and again. You're going to hear overarching topics come up again and again. And those are going to be the topic for your stories. And if you listen, you'll even hear these triggers, these warnings of a story that's buried deep that you can pull out and use directly in your sales message. Maybe someone will say, oh, that happened to me one time, or I was talking to my sister the other day and she said, and you're gonna hear these hints at a story and you can ask questions to prompt people to tell you a little bit more. But if you've ever heard someone say something like, oh, you can't make this stuff up, then you know that life is a wild ride. It's intriguing, it's interesting, it's controversial. So just listen to what people are saying in real life and pull those details out to tell a story that's guaranteed to connect with your audience. So we've talked a lot about how to tell stories that get people into an emotional state, right? So that they shut off that logical part of their brain that brings up those doubts and objections to hearing your sales message. And we've talked about why stories work well on us. And now we've talked about how to find the topic for your story that's going to resonate best with your audience. So next week, check back because we're going to talk about how to tie the story back to your offer and how to transition smoothly into your sales message so that by the time people hear your sales message, they're already primed to buy. And if you have questions about what we talked about today or anything that we've talked about, then just connect with me on my website at rachelmazza.com. Otherwise, check back next week for the next part of our series about how to warm up cold traffic using the power of stories.